Subscribe my channel for more informative videos. Today, we're diving into a subject that has silently destroyed countless men, not because they were weak, but because they did not see the danger until it was far too late. 1. The drama addict. At first glance, she seems irresistible. She is exciting, unpredictable, and full of life. There's something intoxicating about her energy. The way she lights up a room, the way she keeps you guessing, the way every moment feels like you're living in the middle of an adventure. But soon, a darker reality emerges. You begin to notice that peace is not something she values. In fact, she cannot live without chaos. Drama is her lifeblood. If there isn't a storm brewing, she will create one herself. At first, it's small. She blows a minor misunderstanding out of proportion. She turns an innocent comment into a personal attack. A simple inconvenience becomes a crisis. But this is only the beginning. Over time, patterns reveal themselves. She picks fights for no reason. She thrives on emotional roller coasters. She cannot stand harmony because to her, harmony feels like boredom. And the cost to you? You lose your peace. You find yourself constantly on edge, always waiting for the next eruption. You become reactive instead of focused. Instead of building your goals, your energy is wasted on damage control. You become the firefighter to the fire she sets. The Stoics would tell you, no man can be free if his peace depends on the mood of another. Seneca wrote, "He who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than is necessary." And that is what life with a drama addict becomes. Unnecessary suffering, multiplied endlessly. She will drain your strength not by outright war, but by 1,000 small emotional cuts, arguments, accusations, manipulations. She will gaslight you until you question your own memory. She will twist every situation until you wonder if you are the problem. The truth is simple. With a drama addict, you can never win. The fights only grow larger, the storms more violent, the chaos more consuming. A man who lives in constant conflict loses the sharpness of his mind and the strength of his will. How to spot her early? She constantly argues with friends, family, and exes. If every relationship in her life is full of conflict, guess what? She is the common denominator. She is addicted to gossip, scandals, and online drama. Today, it's about others. Tomorrow, it will be about you. She reacts to small inconveniences as though the world has ended. To her, nothing is minor. Everything is catastrophic. The Stoic lesson: friends betrayed her. How opportunities slipped away. How the world seems determined to crush her. And you, being a good man, feel sympathy. You think, maybe she just needs someone to care. Maybe I can show her real love. Maybe I can be the one to heal what others have broken. But here's the truth. She doesn't want healing. The victim is not searching for solutions. She is searching for pity. Her identity is built around being the one who suffers, the one who is misunderstood, the one who can never catch a break. If you step in as her savior, you will soon realize something painful. No matter how much support you give, no matter how much love you pour out, it will never be enough. Because the victim doesn't want to rise. She wants to stay down, and she wants you to kneel down there with her. Every conversation becomes a therapy session. Every day becomes about her problems. She will drain your emotional energy like a sponge, leaving you dry and exhausted. And here's the trick. She will use guilt to keep you trapped. If you ever try to focus on your goals, she will accuse you of not caring. If you ever set a boundary, she will claim you are selfish. If you ever ask her to take responsibility, she will turn the blame back on you. This is how she controls men, not through passion or drama, but through guilt. The Stoics warned us about this kind of person. Epictetus said, "It is not things themselves that disturb men, but their judgments about things." The victim has judged the world as cruel, unfair, and hopeless, and she refuses to change that judgment. Her suffering becomes her comfort zone. You will know her by these signs. Every ex she talks about is a monster. If every man in her past was the villain, chances are she was part of the problem. She complains endlessly, but never takes action. Advice bounces off her because she isn't seeking growth. She's seeking attention. She uses guilt as a weapon. The moment you pursue your own happiness, she will make you feel like you've betrayed her. A man who stays with the victim slowly loses his ambition. His energy, once aimed at building, gets consumed in endless cycles of reassurance. He becomes smaller, weaker, less certain. The Stoic lesson: do not chain yourself to someone who refuses to walk. A relationship must be two people lifting each other up, not one carrying the other forever. Pity is not love. And if a woman thrives on being helpless, she will not allow you to live strong. 3. The attention seeker. The attention seeker thrives on being seen. She loves the spotlight. She craves validation. And no matter how much you give her, it will never be enough. At first, she seems magnetic, energetic, fun, the kind of woman who lights up every room she enters. Her charm pulls people in. She's always the center of laughter, always surrounded by admirers, always posting online, always chasing compliments. But here's the problem: her heart is not steady. Her worth depends on others. She does not draw confidence from within. She extracts it from constant validation. And when you date her, you quickly realize you are not her partner. You are just another source of attention. At first you might think, if I give her enough love, enough compliments, enough reassurance, she will finally feel secure. But the truth is harsher. Nothing will ever satisfy her. The attention seeker is like a bottomless pit. No matter how much you pour in, it disappears. And this hunger for validation is dangerous, because if you are not giving her attention, she will find it elsewhere. Other men, social media, strangers, anyone willing to fuel her need for affirmation. The Stoics warned us of this weakness. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." A woman who constantly craves attention is spiritually poor, and her poverty will cost you dearly. You can spot her early by these signs. She is glued to social media, posting constantly, measuring her worth by likes and comments. She keeps an army of male friends around her for constant validation. She never seems satisfied with your praise. She always needs more. For a man, this relationship is a slow erosion of trust. At first, you feel proud to be with someone admired, but slowly you begin to feel insecure, jealous, and drained. You realize she doesn't belong to you. She belongs to the crowd. The Stoic lesson: brand of her clothes or the car you drive. At first, this may not seem like a problem. After all, who doesn't enjoy nice things? But the issue is not enjoying wealth. The issue is worshiping it. The materialist measures love by what you can provide, not who you are. To her, your value is tied to your wallet. If the money flows, she is affectionate. If it stops, her affection disappears. The danger here is subtle. She will never admit it openly. She may say she just has high standards. She may disguise her demands as expectations. But over time, you realize the truth. She does not love you. She loves the lifestyle you provide. The Stoics had a clear warning here. Marcus Aurelius said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." A materialist has endless wants. And if you attach yourself to her, your life becomes an endless race to satisfy them. How to spot her early? She constantly compares her life to others, always wanting better. She judges men by their income, job title, or car before anything else. She treats gifts as proof of love, and withholds affection when they stop. The problem with the materialist is not just financial, it's spiritual. She will drain your ambition, not because she inspires you to grow, but because she enslaves you to constant demands. And worst of all, if a richer man appears, she will not hesitate to leave. The Stoic lesson: do not build your house on shifting sands. A relationship rooted in possessions will crumble as soon as circumstances change. Choose a partner who values character over currency, virtue over vanity. 5. The controller. The controller is not always easy to see at first. She may appear caring, attentive, even deeply committed. But beneath that exterior is a desire not to love you, but to own you. At first, her behavior seems sweet. She wants to know where you are. She checks in often. She cares about who you spend time with. But soon, that care becomes control. Every decision becomes hers to approve. Every friendship must pass her test. Every dream of yours becomes a threat to her authority. The controller does not want a partner. She wants possession. She fears freedom because freedom means she cannot dominate you. Epictetus warned us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And if you allow a controlling woman into your life, you are no longer master of yourself. How to recognize her? She constantly questions your actions, twisting them into guilt. She uses silent treatment, ultimatums, or emotional manipulation to bend your will. She views independence not as strength, but as betrayal. Over time, the controller will strip away your friendships, your hobbies, even your ambitions, until all that remains is her. The Stoic lesson: love should be freedom, not chains. A true partner builds you up, not breaks you down. A man must guard his independence fiercely, for without it, he loses not only love, but his very self. 6. The narcissist. The narcissist believes the world revolves around her. At first, she dazzles you. Confident, charming, magnetic. She knows how to make you feel lucky just to be in her presence. But slowly, the mask slips. You realize her confidence is not strength. It is arrogance. Her charm is not kindness. It is manipulation. The narcissist cannot truly love because she sees people not as equals, but as tools. She uses admiration to feed her ego, and when admiration fades, she grows cruel. Seneca once wrote, "He who is greedy is always in want." The narcissist is greedy for attention, for praise, for power. And no matter how much you give, she is always in want. You will know her by her inability to apologize. She is never wrong, always the victim or the hero. Her constant need for admiration. She thrives on praise and withers without it. Her lack of empathy. Your struggles will never matter compared to hers. Being with a narcissist is like being trapped in a play where she is the star, and you are just a background actor. The Stoic lesson: do not give your heart to one who worships only herself. True love requires humility. Without it, the relationship becomes nothing more than slavery disguised as romance. 7. The unstable one. The unstable one lives in extremes. One day stating, Marcus Aurelius said, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." An unstable woman has no calm mind, and if you join your life with hers, you will be carried away by every emotional wave. Warning signs: extreme mood swings with no clear cause, constant threats to end the relationship when upset, emotional dependence that turns into manipulation. The unstable one will keep you in a cycle of chaos, breaking you down, then building you back up, only to break you again. The Stoic lesson: peace is the foundation of growth. If your relationship robs you of peace, it robs you of life. A man cannot fulfill his purpose while living in constant storms. 8. The disloyal. Finally, we come to the most destructive type of all, the disloyal. At first, she may appear trustworthy. She may even speak highly of loyalty. But her actions reveal otherwise. She is quick to flirt with others, quick to keep secrets, quick to betray, and worst of all, she will always find a way to justify her actions. The disloyal is the most dangerous because betrayal cuts deeper than conflict. A man can endure arguments, misunderstandings, even challenges, but betrayal poisons his soul. Epictetus warned, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master." In the same way, any woman capable of betraying you owns your peace, if you let her. How to spot her? She hides her phone, lies about small things, and grows defensive when questioned. She speaks badly of past partners while boasting about her options. She prioritizes attention from strangers over commitment to you. The truth is simple. If she is not loyal when things are small, she will not be loyal when things are great. The Stoic lesson? Loyalty is the foundation of trust, and trust is the foundation of love. Without loyalty, there is nothing. A wise man would rather walk alone than build a life with a woman whose heart wanders.